Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of YGMZ, a NASDAQ-listed stock that has experienced dramatic price movements over the last 3 months. In this video, we'll break down the key technical indicators, examine historical price action, and uncover what the data reveals about the current state and future prospects of YGMZ. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just curious about market dynamics, this analysis will provide valuable insights into how technical tools can help interpret extreme volatility. Let's start by setting the stage with a quick overview of YGMZ's recent journey. YGMZ's current price stands at just 0.027, a staggering drop from highs above $16 seen only 3 months ago. This sharp decline is evident in the historical data, where we observe a rapid descent, especially in the last month. Such a dramatic fall is rare and signals significant underlying issues or market events. The price action alone suggests a stock in distress, but to understand the full picture, we need to dig into the technical indicators and trading volumes that accompanied this collapse. One of the most striking features in YGMZ's recent trading history is the massive spike in trading volume. On several days, volume surged into the tens of millions, far above the average for a stock at this price level. Such volume spikes often indicate panic selling, forced liquidations, or speculative trading. High volume during a price crash can also mean that liquidity is present, but it's mostly sellers overwhelming buyers, pushing the price down even further. Let's look at the short-term moving averages. The 5-day SMA and EMA are both hovering around 6 cents, which is more than double the current price. This gap indicates that the price has fallen so quickly that even the shortest averages can't keep up. When the price is far below short-term averages, it typically signals extreme bearish momentum and a lack of immediate support from buyers. Moving to the 20 and 30-day averages, we see even higher values. The 20-day SMA is 0.506 and the 30-day SMA is $1. The price is now less than 3% of these averages. This massive divergence is a technical red flag, highlighting just how severe the recent decline has been. It also means that any mean reversion, if it happens, would require a significant price rally or a long period of sideways movement. Looking further out, the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages are all in the multi-dollar range, with the 200-day SMA at $12.53. The current price is a tiny fraction of these long-term averages, confirming that the stock has broken down through every significant support level. This is a classic sign of a stock in freefall, with no technical support in sight. Bollinger Bands provide a visual measure of volatility. For YGMZ, the upper band is at $1.54, the middle at 0.506, and the lower at $0.525. The current price is not only below the middle band but also below the lower band, which is highly unusual. This suggests that the stock is experiencing extreme volatility and is deeply oversold, but it also warns that the price could remain suppressed for some time. The RSI is a popular momentum indicator. For YGMZ, the 14-day RSI is at 26.31, well below the typical oversold threshold of 30. The 21 and 28-day RSIs are also low, at 30.86 and 33.44 respectively. Such low RSI values confirm that the stock is extremely oversold, but in a strong downtrend, oversold conditions can persist for a long time before any meaningful bounce occurs. The MACD indicator and its histogram are both negative, with MACD at -1.02 and the signal at -1.25. The histogram is slightly positive at 0.234, but overall the MACD momentum is negative. This reinforces the bearish trend, showing that downward momentum is still strong. Until the MACD crosses back above the signal line, there's little evidence of a reversal. Stochastic indicators measure the closing price relative to its price range over a period. For YGMZ, the 14-day stock K is 0.377 and stock D is 0.663, both extremely low. The 5-day and 21-day values are also depressed. These readings confirm that the stock is not only oversold but also lacking any short-term bullish momentum. In such conditions, rallies tend to be weak and short-lived. Momentum indicators like Momentum 10 and Momentum 20 are both negative, at -0.096 and -1.49 respectively. The rate of change ROC 14 is a staggering -97.41, showing that the price has lost nearly all of its value compared to 2 weeks ago. Such extreme negative momentum is rare and highlights the severity of the sell-off. The ATR, a measure of volatility, is at 0.34, which is extremely high relative to the current price. The NATR is over 1,200, and true volatility is also at 1,273. These numbers indicate that price swings are enormous compared to the stock's value. High volatility can attract traders looking for quick profits, but it also means risk is elevated and price direction is unpredictable. OBV is a cumulative indicator that adds volume on up days and subtracts on down days. For YGMZ, OBV is deeply negative at minus 316 million, and the money flow index MFI is just 9.22, indicating strong selling pressure and little buying interest. These readings suggest that the majority of recent volume has been on the sell side, further confirming the bearish trend. The average directional index ADX measures trend strength. YGMZ's ADX is at 24.72, which is just below the threshold for a strong trend, but the directional indicators show a clear imbalance. Plus DI is 19.83 while minus DI is 37.32. This means the downtrend is dominant and the trend strength is significant, even if not at extreme levels. The Arun indicator helps identify trend reversals. For YGMZ, Arun down is at 100 while Arun up is at just 4. This is a textbook sign of a strong, persistent downtrend with no sign of reversal. The Arun oscillator is at minus 100, further confirming that the bears are in complete control. Technical analysis often relies on support and resistance levels. For YGMZ, the nearest support is at 0.016, with resistance at 0.046. The current price is just above support, but given the overwhelming bearish momentum, these levels may not hold. If support fails, the stock could enter uncharted territory, while resistance is far above the current price and unlikely to be challenged soon. YGMZ's 52-week high is $24.64, while the 52-week low is 0.025. The current price is just above the all-time low, and the 52-week position is a minuscule 0.0061. This shows that the stock has lost nearly all of its value over the past year, and is now trading at the very bottom of its range. The risk-reward ratio for YGMZ is an astronomical 962.2, reflecting the extreme volatility and potential for both large gains and catastrophic losses. Such a high ratio is rare and typically only seen in stocks that are either on the verge of a major turnaround or facing existential risk. For most investors, this level of risk is a strong warning to proceed with caution. Despite the collapse, YGMZ's technical score is 87.5 and the trend quality index is 90.29. These high scores reflect the clarity and strength of the current trend, not its direction. In this case, the trend is sharply negative, but the indicators are aligned and the technical signals are consistent, which is why the scores are so high. To summarize, nearly every technical indicator for YGMZ is flashing red. The stock is deeply oversold, momentum is negative, volatility is extreme, and volume is dominated by sellers. Support levels are barely holding and there's no sign of a reversal. For traders, this is a high-risk, high-volatility environment that requires careful risk management. In conclusion, YGMZ is a textbook example of a stock in crisis. The technical picture is overwhelmingly bearish, with little evidence of a turnaround in the near term. While extreme conditions can sometimes lead to sharp rebounds, the risks here are substantial. Investors should be cautious and consider all factors before making any decisions. Technical analysis provides valuable insights, but it's essential to combine it with broader research and sound risk management.